Yeah, hello everyone. Is my voice audible? Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, hello everyone. I hope my voice is audible. Hello everyone. I welcome you all for today's class. Hello everyone. I welcome you all for today's class. Yeah, hello everyone. I hope my voice is audible. And Hello. Yeah, I can see the chat. I'm texting on WhatsApp, but it is not going. Yeah, I can see the chat. Yeah, yeah, seven people are live watching. Okay. Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, hello everyone. I welcome you all for today's session. First of all, hearty congratulations for you all for clearing your CMA Foundation examination, and welcome to the new step of entering into CMA Inter course. CMA Inter, where I'm going to introduce you all about the CMA curriculum and everything in brief about in the today's session. I welcome you all, and so we are going to start with today's CMA intermediate syllabus, and there are many questions been running and many questions have been circulating. Which syllabus is applicable, and what is on is there the new syllabus 2026 is going to applicable for us or not? There are many such questions are running in my mind, and I'm going to clear all such doubts in today's session. Yeah. So welcome you all again. Once again, welcome you all for the today's session. Yeah. So in today's session, I'm going to cover you regarding the syllabus of overall CMA in a brief, and I'm going to tell you which syllabus is applicable for your December attempt and June attempt 2026, which are going to give it. Yeah. So which syllabus is going to applicable for your June 26 and December 26? I'm going to tell you all in brief. And first of all, I'll give you the fair brief introduction regarding the CMA Center syllabus. So we are having the two groups. CMA Intermediate, we are having the two groups, Group 1 and Group 2. Group 1, it consisting of four papers, Business, Laws and Ethics. It is completely descriptive paper where you are going to where you are going to have the knowledge of the Companies Act and other miscellaneous acts relating to industries which are applicable for you. It's a theory kind of paper where you are going to have the theory knowledge and everything in the paper of Business, Laws and Ethics. Okay. And financial accounting, it's a theory paper. It's a practical paper. Financial accounting, it's a practical paper. You're going to solve the sums of the total income. You're going to solve the sums of the accounting. And in this financial accounting paper, you're going to learn about the accounting standards. Yes, in all these things, you will going to learn in the paper 6. And paper 7, it is direct tax and indirect tax, and I'm going to teach you paper 7, direct tax, indirect tax, and everything. I'll discuss the paper 7. I'll give you the brief of what I'm going to discuss in paper 7 and how I'm going to teach you. I'll tell you all everything in today's session. And paper 8, it is a cost accounting. It is related to it's a core of our subject. In future, we are going to become the cost accountants. So it is very important subject, very interesting subject, where you're going to learn about the material, labor, and all those things. That is group 1. And group 2, we are having the 4 subjects: paper 9, 10, 11, and 12. Paper 9, it is paper 9, operation management and strategic management, and paper 10, corporate accounting and auditing. Yeah, paper 9, operations management, strategic management. It is consisting of both theory and practical paper. In operations management, you're going to discuss about some of the key concepts. It's a practical paper. And strategic management, it comes to theoretical paper. Theoretical paper, you're going to have the concept of strategic business unit and all those things, which are practically discussed in practically we are going to discuss in industry. Those topics are in your CMA syllabus and everything. And paper 10, corporate accounting and auditing. In auditing, you're going to have the complete theory. And corporate accounting, it's a practical paper. It's a mixed paper. And paper 11, financial management and business data analytics. Financial management, once again, it's a practical paper. Where you're going to learn about the capital budgeting, investment decisions, capital decisions. All these things you're going to learn in the paper 11 in the financial management. And business data analytics, it's a theoretical paper. It's a new syllabus. When new syllabus 2022 has been introduced, it has been added as a new subject, that business data analytics. And management accounting, it is also a new subject for you all, where you're going to learn the key concepts of costing and every other things. So overall, we are going to have the group 1 4 papers and group 2 4 papers. Group 1 5, 6, 7, each paper consisting of 100 marks. Totally, from the group 1, you're going to have the 400 marks. And group 2, also there are 4 papers. You're going to have the 100, each paper consisting of 100 marks. Totally, you're going to have the 400 marks. Okay. I'm going to tell once again overall what is the overall passing criteria. That is, each paper you have to score at least 40 marks. And overall, all papers you need to score 200 marks or more. For example, in one paper, you scored less than 40, but your total cross greater than 200. Still, you're considered as fail. Okay, each paper you need to get 40 marks, and if you score more than 60, it is an exemption. So, in my subject, paper 7, I'm going to teach the paper 7, direct tax and indirect tax. I ensure that you all get the exemption in all papers, and it will help you to gain the aggregate as well. Okay. And CMA exam frequency, it is yearly. It is conducted twice. One is in June and one is in December. In June term and December term. So, and okay, yearly it is conducted twice. And most importantly, one of the important discussion in which is circulating everywhere, which is being curious to know regarding each every student wants to know which syllabus is applicable for us. So as of now, June 2022 syllabus is, I mean, syllabus 2022 is applicable for you all guys as of now. If institute come up with any notice, and I'm going to discuss you with all, if institute come with notification, then I will tell you which syllabus. As of now, June 2022 syllabus is applicable for you. As on today, 21st Jan 2026, the June 2022 syllabus is applicable for you all guys. I hope it is clear. Yeah. Okay. If you have any particular doubts regarding anything, you can send me in the chat section so that I can see and I can discuss with you. And there is a chat option available for you guys. If you have any particular doubts relating to the syllabus or anything, You can post your question in the chat section so that I can see and I can discuss. Yeah, my voice is low. Wait, I'm going to increase the voice. Wait, I'm going to discuss regarding the syllabus again. Yes. Okay, regarding the Nancy, I think I think the syllabus is changed. So regarding the syllabus, I'm going to tell you again. Regarding the, I think there are many circulations. ICMA has come up with notification uh, regarding the new syllabus. Regarding the new syllabus, the 2022 syllabus is applicable for you all guys. So whatever the syllabus which is currently in the ICMA portal, it is applicable syllabus 22, and syllabus 2026, it is not applicable for your next attempt, immediate attempt, June 26 and December 26. It is, I'm sure, I think it will be applicable from the June 2027 and December 2027. Institute is going to come up with the notification regarding that. As and when it comes, I'm going to inform you all. As of now, June 2022 syllabus is applicable for you. As nothing has been mentioned, so June 2022 syllabus is applicable. And earlier 2016 syllabus also, it is completely obsoleted. So new syllabus 2022 syllabus is going to applicable for you all. I hope it is clear. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to discuss, if you have any particular query regarding the syllabus of changes, any which syllabus is going to applicable and what is going to applicable. If you have any such doubts, you can post in YouTube section, and I'm going to reply you all for that. If you have any particular queries. Okay. So this is regarding the overview of CMA syllabus. Totally, I'll tell you again in brief. There are two groups, Group 1 and Group 2 in CMA Inter. In CMA Inter Group 1, you are going to have the four subjects. Each subject, your minimum, you're going to get 40 marks, and maximum, it's total, you're going to have 400 marks. If you get greater than 200 or more, you're going to pass in the particular group. In Group 2 also, you're going to have the four subjects. In each paper you're going to score more than 40, then it is considered as pass, and aggregate should be 200. So both the conditions should need to be satisfied. Okay. Particularly when it comes to me, I'm going to deal with paper 7, direct tax and indirect tax. Okay. So I'm going to give the brief introduction of what we are going to discuss in direct tax and indirect tax, and how we are going to approach the syllabus. Okay. Okay, so my core topic, it is my favorite subject, direct tax and indirect tax, and I'm going to make you the subject very friendly. I think 40 marks is the which is passed, and I'm sure whoever is going to attend my lecture, whoever is going to follow the instruction, as I said, you're going to score more than 60 plus easily. And whatever I'm going to teach you here in the syllabus, that is more than sufficient. Other than that, nothing is required. You need not go for one more or any other resources. So we are whatever in the ICA mat, that ICA study mat is there. I'm going to cover each and everything, each and every question I'm going to cover in the class, and I'm going to make you solve in the class as well some of the questions, and I'm going to give you homework as well. If you do the classwork properly, if you can listen to my class properly, and if you can if I will give in the class, I'll give some homework. If you can do classwork, and if you can do the homework as well, I'm sure that no one is going to stop you from getting exemption in myself in subject in paper 7. And further, I'm going to discuss paper 7 topic. It said both, as I said in the introduction, it is going to be both practical as well as theory. Practical practical in the sense, it is numerical based, and theory, you're going to, in the indirect tax, you're going to write about the theory. Okay. So it is going to be very easy paper. I'm writing again, it is going paper 7. I'm going to discuss with you all paper 7, direct tax, indirect tax, and I'm going to say it is easy paper. It is very easy to score, and it is going to cover the syllabus. It will make you get exemption, and it is very easy. And I'm going to tell how it I'm going to make it possible with during my classes and everything, and I will provide the material regarding that. And if you cover those my material, everything, it is included of everything. It will cover PYQs from December 2023 to and every till the attempt. I think the latest attempt, that is June, December 2025. So everything I'm going to cover in the class itself. I'm going to make you solve the PYQs as well, previous year question as well, and past questions as well. If you can do all those questions, and I'm sure that no one is going to stop you from getting 60. If you and many students will get 90 plus, 80 plus, it is easy to score, and 60 plus, and it will help you to get aggregate as well. So it is very interesting paper and a practical paper, and it comes theory as well, IDT portion. So I'm going to discuss paper 7 part. As you can see on my screen, paper A direct tax, it consists of 50 marks, and paper B indirect tax, it consists of 50 marks. So totally together we are going to have 100 marks. It is clear. So for the direct tax, every year there are n number of amendments will come. N number of now coming February 1st, the government is going to introduce the budget. So they will introduce Finance Act 2026. Is it going to applicable for your exam? This is one of the important questions that will come in student mind. So whatever the note I will give you, it is completely applicable for the December attempt and June 2026 attempt. Whatever I'll give you the notes, it is sufficient, and nothing should be referred from the outside of material. And I guarantee you that whatever the institute paper that you wrote on DT paper, I mean, whatever you were going to write on examination day, and you're going to say, sir, you have done, you thought us well, and we are going to get exemption. I'll make you such guarantee that you're going to get an exemption. It is very easy paper, and it is very going to be very interesting paper. So I'm coming to the DT syllabus. DT syllabus is having direct tax syllabus. DT in the sense direct tax 50 marks. So in the 50 marks, the subject, and for the most of the students direct tax. Many of you not from the commerce background or other background. Some of students from the direct entry. I'm going to teach you as if you are a student as a new. So I'm going to make sure you're all new student as if you don't know anything. I'll teach you everything from the starting from the zero, so that you're going to have the knowledge and you're going to get the concept and you're going to have the clarity regarding that. So so direct tax, what are the syllabus that we are going to discuss, that I'm going to tell you in the brief. As you can see on my screen, so chapter number basics of income tax. In the basics of income tax, you're going to discuss about some of the important definitions. Assessee. Assessee is nothing but our client, with who is assessee is nothing but all these definitions. Assessee definition, and what is person, and what is total income, what is previous year, what is assessment year, and everything that I'm going to discuss in the class. And before discussing the syllabus, I want to make sure that you all know, whoever is listening to this YouTube live stream, they should always keep in the mind, you will till writing till going till you guys go to the exam hall, you're going to have one important doubt. What is previous year is applicable for you, and what is assessment year applicable for you? Because in direct tax there are a number of amendments that are going to go, that are a number of amendments that are going to come. So whoever attended today's live stream, they should be get benefited. So what is previous year applicable for the exam? It is very clear. Previous year 25-26. Sorry, it's a mistake. It's previous year 25-26. Okay. Previous year 25-26, and assessment year is 26-27. Okay. It is very clear. Previous year is 25-26 and assessment year is 26-27. I'll tell you in brief what is previous year and what is this assessment year in brief. Okay. So previous year is, okay, assessment is nothing but verification. It is checking. Okay. Previous year is nothing but it is the year on which we earn the income. That is income that we earn. That is the previous year. I mean, in previous year 25-26, that we earn income, that we are going to assess. When we are going to assess in the year 20, in the next year, the next year that we are going to attain. I mean, that is the previous year. That is the next year. Okay. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, you can put the chart and you can, yeah. One student, okay. Please improve voice clarity. Okay. As today my voice is, I mean, the mic is not proper. It is, as of now, it is. I'm going to rectify this mic as well. I'm going to change the mic as well. The voice is going to be clear. Don't worry regarding that. And you guys have any doubts regarding direct tax? I hope you get to know what is previous year applicable for your exams. It is applicable for June and December 26. The previous year is not going to change. And assessment year is also not going to change. It's the same applicable for your June attempt and December attempt. Wait. Mm, if you guys any have any doubts, you can post in chat section. I will see that. Mm, yeah. I hope my screen is now visible. Okay. Okay. And I'm further I'm going to discuss about the syllabus. What in the direct tax, how we are going to cover the syllabus. I already told you about study material. Study material. Okay. Okay. Further, the study material which I'll give you, it is going to have the entire. I will tell you what I'm going to cover in the study material and everything. How my study material looks like. I will show you some of the questions as well. Uh, okay. So I'll show you my study material as well. Okay. So this is the study material that you are going to learn from it. One second. Yeah. So I'm going to show you the particular chapter residential status, how I covered my notes. In the entire chapter, you're going to learn these six concepts. One is what your learning objectives. You're going to have six concepts. The six concepts I'm going to tell you. If you cover all those six concepts, those are coming to your in the examination. Nothing out of that. If it is nothing is going out, nothing is going to come out of the syllabus. Everything is covered. I have covered in my material, as you can see. I have mentioned the concept wise. Concept one, as you can see in my screen, and concept number two. All those things I have covered in my material. And in the end, I have given questions. These I call it as master questions. Okay, if you can solve those, if you can solve before examination, if you can solve all those master questions which I have given, which I will make you to practice, which I'll make you to practice in the class itself. I'll give you the fair chance to do practice. If you don't get the answer, then you're going to ask me, and I'm going to tell you all the question and answers. And if you have particular any doubt that I'm going to take personally, I'm going to solve in the class as well. I'll call these as master questions. Master questions in the sense which it includes all the adjustments which are going to ask in the examination, which is very important from the examination point of view. So I'm going to cover the study material as well. In the study material, what are the important areas that you're going to cover? And MCQs, I'm going to give you the MCQ booklet as well for each chapter. As and when chapter completed, I'm going to discuss all the MCQs and I'm going to discuss all the questions. First, I'll make you to solve in the class. Then I'll give you some questions for the examination as well and for the homework as well. And if you can do my classwork and if you can do my homework as well, then I'm sure no one is going to stop you from getting 60, 70, 80. 89, it is easy for you to get exemption. Most people are feel that tax is a very boring subject, but it is not that. It is very easy subject which you can get with little practice of classwork and homework, which I'm going to make you practice everywhere. Anyway, okay. And further, okay, regarding the syllabus, mm, okay, I'm going to discuss how I'm going to cover the syllabus. Okay, so in direct tax and indirect tax, coming to direct tax, indirect tax, it is very vast paper. Vast in the sense it is very huge paper where you're going to solve. If you see the content from the subject wise, it has a huge content because of two main reasons. Because direct tax is it's a separate world. It's a ocean itself. It is having a number of contents. And indirect tax also it is separate. It's a separate world itself. We have separate departments for the both direct tax and indirect tax as well. When you come to the final level, now you're going to have direct tax together 100 marks, and indirect tax you're going to have for the 100 marks. So both direct tax, indirect tax, all separate together a different world. But for in CMA Inter level, The institute want, the ICMA institute wants you to get introduced with the subject, so that in final, when you come to the final, you get overall understanding of the entire subject. I'll ensure that you're going to have the every knowledge, and I'm going to discuss some of the practical subject, which is going from the practical world point of view also, how we are going to do ITS and how it is useful for the income tax return, for the tax audit and everything that I'm going to tell you in the class itself. So nothing, no need to refer anything outside from this. So if you can uh, do from whatever I do, whatever I say in class, if you can do perfectly, you're going to may ensure that you can. I can guarantee you that you're going to pass. No one can make you stop from achieving your success. Yeah. And now I'm going to discuss about the chapter and how I'm going to cover all those things. So basics of income tax. In this chapter, you're going to learn about the basics, and in every year, I mean, in MCQs, they are going to have one MCQ from this chapter. In this chapter, they will ask you a question of whether it is comes as capital receipt or whether it is revenue receipt. They are going to ask such questions. So basics they are going to check. In this chapter you're going to learn about income tax basics, what is previous year, what is assessment year, what is person, all those things that you're going to learn in the concept of basic concept. Okay. Next topic that we are going to discuss about is residential status. In residential status topic, you're going to know about whether I belong to resident, or whether I belongs to non-resident, or whether I belongs to resident but not ordinary resident. And one more thing, citizenship. The residential status has nothing to do with citizenship. In this chapter, you're going to learn from section 5 to 9. Okay, we are going to discuss section 5 to 9. Section 5, that is scope of total income, and section 6, that is residential status of individual, section 6 subsection 2 about HUF, and section 6 subsection 3 about the companies, to the section 9, that is scope of total income. Till that section, I'm going to discuss each and everything in brief, and I'll get you in the class. I'm going to discuss all those things. That is about residential status. After listening this chapter, you're going to know whether you are going to be resident or whether you're going to be non-resident. That is sure shot it is clear. Next topic that we are having is agriculture income. In agriculture income, many of you may be aware or may not be aware that agriculture income is exempt. Okay, in this chapter, but still it is taxable. How? It is in indirect way they are going to tax. There is something known as partial integration scheme, which I'm going to discuss while discussing about the agriculture income topic. I hope it is clear that agriculture income. Okay. Next topic that we have is income which do not part of total income. As you all aware that some of the things, particular things, are exempt. I mean, there are section 10, subsection 2, share of partnership from share of remuneration from partners. It is exempt under section 10, subsection 2. Okay, there are certain provisions which are exempt. So those topics that we are going to cover in the incomes which do not form part of total income, that is exempt income or some other income which are not at all taxable. Such incomes comes under the incomes do not form a part of total income. So basic concept, we are going to discuss all the 4 points, all the 4 chapters, and heads of income. In this heads of income, it is the most important, valuable. I mean, in these chapters, the students are going to get confused a lot. So I had taken a particular care regarding making of notes and everything, which topic you need to go sequential wise. And if I complete a particular topic, then I'm going to discuss about the question and answers regarding the same. I'm going to discuss about the question and answers and everything. Okay, salaries. After you're going to become cost accountants, you're going to work as a salary, or you're going to have the business or whatever it is. So salary, we are going to discuss section 15 to section 17. Section 15 is basis of charge, and section 16 about perquisites and allowances. All these things we are going to cover under the head salary. Okay. Next one, income from house property. House property income. In house property income, it deals with section 22 to section 27. We are going to discuss about the gross annual value. If more than 2 house property, how we are going to compute the tax, and what about the directions, that direction what that we are going to have. All these things that we are going to discuss under the chapter house property. Okay. Next one, profits and gains from business or profession. It is a nightmare. It is a topic which is nightmare for every student, most of the student. Whoever has completed CMA Inter, ask them how the PGBP chapter. It is very vast chapter, but I'm going to make it simpler for you guys. I'm going to make you study about the basis of that is section 28 and presumptive income taxations. There are many changes that are coming in, and this is topic you are going to have little amendments that you need to take care of, which I'm going to cover in the class as well. And next one, capital income. So regarding the capital gain income, we are going to see if you sell the particular house property, then your your income is going to get taxed. So it's the capital income. It is not revenue income. It is the capital income. I hope you know difference between revenue and capital. So revenue, which is for a period of less than 1 year, but home we are going to tax for a period of more than 1 year. So such type of things are known as capital receipts. Capital receipts also taxable. Under the head, which chapter? This is a particular chapter which only discuss about the capital receipts. In this chapter, we are going to know about the capital gains and other incomes. Okay, I hope it is clear. Next one, income from other sources. Income from, you have seen about the salaries. You have seen about house property. You have seen PGBP. You have seen capital gains. In out of four heads, if it is not taxable, then it is taxable under the fifth head. It is taxable under the fifth head, that is income from other sources. So heads of income that I'm going to teach in a brief. As soon as one particular topic completes, I'm going to give you the particular question regarding that, and I'm going to give you MCQs as well. If you can do MCQs properly, if you can teach, if you can solve the questions, if you can understand the concept, the same particular type, similar type of questions that you can see in examination as well. It is very important thing. Next one, some of the miscellaneous provision that we are having, that is clubbing of income. Clubbing of income is nothing but, for example, Mr. X is having his son. Whether his son income is clubbed in the hands of Mr. X, that we are going to see in the clubbing chapter. What are the incomes that are need to be clubbed? Some people try to avoid the tax. They want to transfer in some other name. That is transfer of an asset. When we transfer of an asset, then that income should be clubbed in the hands of who is transferring. It is taxable in the hands of transferor. So in the hands of transfer, it is taxable. That is, we are clubbing. We are clubbing with Mr. X income. So we are going to see clubbing provisions in this chapter. Next one, set off and carry forward of losses. For example, in business, I'm going to have the loss, whether I'm going to carry forward for the next year or not. Those provisions we are going to see here. Next one, deductions, relief, deductions, rebate and relief. Deduction, ATC deductions, ATD deductions, and all those things we are going to see in the deduction chapter. It is most of the people will take the LICs, profit, provident fund contribution, and all those things. Those type of deductions that we are going to discuss in deduction chapter. And latest, the PM Relief Fund, that is Prime Minister National Relief Fund. During Corona time, many of the people have got vaccine free of cost because of we are giving donations. After giving donation, can we claim that as a deduction? We are giving the donation to we are paying donation to the government. Okay, the such donation can be claimed as deduction or not. First type of concept of deductions that we are going to see in this chapter. Next, we are going to discuss about the taxation of individuals and HUF. So how we are going to for HUF, the taxation is different. For resident individual, the taxation is different. For non-resident, the taxation is different. Okay, and I'm going to give you one question which whoever is watching, they should answer that. Okay, there is you need to answer. There is Mr. A. Okay, Mr. A. Okay, Mr. A is having income of 10 lakhs, and Mr. B. Okay, there are two person, Mr. A and B, having income of 10 lakhs. Okay, having income of 10 lakhs. Can they have the same tax or different tax? It is my question. I'll make it clear. There are two persons, A and B. Okay. A is having income of 10 lakhs and B is also having the income of 10 lakhs. But they are having different tax liability. Yes, they are going to have different tax liability. Because of what? This is a question for you all guys. If you know the answer very well, you can post in chat. Otherwise, I'm going to reveal the answer in the chat part in later point of time. Okay. Both are having the same income of 10 lakhs, but their tax liability is different. Why? Because of one important concept that I'm going to discuss in class. Okay. Like if you want to know the concept, okay, it is simple. It is residence. Because of residential status, the tax liability is going to be different. That I'm going to teach you in the class as well. Okay. Next one, advance tax. Okay. For corporate, many corporates of companies like many other things, They have to pay the advance tax. You have to pay the advance tax quarterly 4 times. Okay, those type of concepts, the advance tax provisions. We're going to I'm going to take in advance tax chapter. TDS and TCS. You're going to buy the car. They will deduct something known as TDS and TCS. And further from the large buyer, if you're going to take anything, if you're paying rent to a businessman, then you have to deduct some tax. When you're paying, you have to deduct some tax and you have to pay to them. Those type of provisions. That is, tax is deducted at source. Tax is deducted at source. Then those type of provisions you're going to see under TDS provisions. And most important topic, that is filing the return of income. It is very important topic from the practical point of view. Every year, I hope from this year also, many people have filed income tax returns. Those who are having the income greater than basic exemption limit, those people need to compulsory file the return of income. Those type of concepts that we are going to see in the return of income chapter. Next, we are going to discuss about the PAN, relating to PAN. For example, if the PAN is inoperative in the sense which is not in operation, PAN is not in operation, then your return is become invalid. Such type of miscellaneous provisions that we are going to discuss in PAN. Next one, self-assessment and intimation. Self-assessment. Whatever the tax that we are paying in the return of income, it is a self-assessment tax. That is section 143. In that self-assessment tax, we are going to have these provisions. So there are basic. I am going to divide entire topic of income tax into three things. One is basics. Basics, I'm going to give you the enough time, which I'm going to give you each and everything, whether it comes under the new tax regime or default tax or concessional tax regime. I hope you know in tax there is change of regime. One is default regime, one is concessional tax regime or new tax regime. Default tax regime is up to 2,50,000. That till the provisions, till 2,50,000. That is old. I think in the Finance Act 2022, they have discussed some changes in slab rate. This old slab rate is applicable for you, or new slab rate that is applicable for you. That the concept I'm going to discuss in the chapter when I'm going to discuss about those provisions. Okay, the entire basics I'm going to I'll take you some enough time to discuss the basic. I'll take 3 and a half hours to discuss basic in the regular classes. I'm going to cover each and every point regarding the basics of income tax. And next category is heads of income. Heads of income, it is very most people will neglect this, but we are going to discuss in depth and ensure that you're getting out of 7 marks in the heads of income as well, because most people will skip this section, but I'm going to cover each and every topic in this section in clear. Next one, miscellaneous provisions. I call them as miscellaneous provisions, but still they are example from they're important from the exam point of view. Every time you will get a question from TDS. Every time you'll get a question from relating to clubbing of income and set of carry forward of losses. They'll club two provisions and they'll give one question. So it's a compulsory question that we are going to discuss. Okay, these are these certain topics that we are going to have. Set A, set B, and set D. I'm going to cover each and every topic in very detail, and I'm going to explain you all. Okay. The next IDT. IDT, after completion of entire DT, still on the exam day you need to prepare DT. So for the after when you complete this many this type of provisions, still you don't have time for IDT, right? So I'm going to give you IDT. I'm going to give you notes, which I'm going to make you write, and I'm going to give, I'm having my own notes. I'm going to give you all. So theory, you're going to have notes. I'll give you notes, which is very concise, which is exam friendly, which you're going to write in exam. So when we talk about indirect tax, we're going to indirect tax also. It's a new topic for you. Nowadays, indirect tax is everywhere. If you buy any product, the indirect tax is applicable. If you buy any chips packets or anything, which is you are going to pay GST on that. You guys don't know, you may not be aware, but you're going to pay something known as GST. They will know whoever is paying, who we are buying, we are paying GST on that product as well. In GST also, we are going to discuss very topics in the brief. Okay. In GST customs, we have the customs. It is completely new, and there are some concepts in the GST. You should know about the time of supply, place of supply, input tax credit. It is very important from the not only from the exam point of view, from the practical point of view also. I'm going to tell you and I'm going to tell you open the GST platform portal as well, how the practically things will get work in the live class. In the class, I'm going to discuss how GST, how we are going to pay the tax, on which tax it is going to apply. All those provisions I'm going to discuss in this. Next one, input tax credit and registration, how to do GST registration, tax invoice, returns and payment of taxes. All these things are there that I'm going to discuss everything in the class. Next one, customs. Customs. Every year we are going to have one compulsory question from the custom. 1 7 marks question is compulsory going to get from customs that I'll make you do. That is on valuation rules. On valuation rules, and you're going to compute the assessable value and duties that I'm going to discuss in the custom chapter. I hope it is clear. Till now, I have discussed about GST, what are the things that I'm going to cover, and DT, what are the concepts that I'm going to cover. If you guys have any doubts, you can tell me. I hope it is clear for you all guys. I hope you guys, if you guys have any doubts, you can post in chat section or you can ask me. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you about the what is the examination pattern. Okay. After completion of examination pattern, I'm going to wind up the session. And if you guys have any doubts regarding anything, you can post me in chat section that I'll reply you guys. Okay. Now I'm going to discuss about the question paper pattern. So it is the latest attempt, that is December 2025 paper. Okay. In direct tax, indirect tax, we're going to have one is MCQs paper. We're going to have MCQs. We're going to have 15 MCQs. Each MCQ consisting of 30 marks. Each MCQs of 2 marks each. That is 15 question into 2 marks. We're going to have MCQs for 30 marks. Okay. We're going to have MCQs for 30 marks. And just now I discussed one MCQ whether it is capital receipt or not. Such type of questions. It's a question from basic, so that you can answer easily. Next one, if you see, which refers to income tax assessment year refers to. What is assessment year? It is any period of 12 months on year in which income is earned. It is previous year. It is not any period of 12 income. The year immediately following it is correct answer. Okay. There are some basic questions. If you can listen class very carefully, you can get all the 15 out of 15 MCQs right. Okay. So totally you're going to get 30 marks of 30 marks. Okay. And further you're going to have 7 MCQs. Okay. So you're going to have 7 questions. Out of 7 questions, you're going to write 5 questions. You're going to write 5 questions out of 7 questions. If you get 5 questions, you're going to write 7 questions. 5 out of 7 questions. Each questions carry 14 marks. Okay. For example, if you see this particular question, it is concept from residential status. Okay. So you're going to have question of salary. So this in this question, they're going to ask the question regarding the house property. So it is question from PGBB, that it is question relating to 44 ADA. Many students will skip, but it is very easy. 44 AE, sorry. Okay. And fourth question you're going to get from capital gain. It is also a very simple question. Next one, this question is from income from other sources, as I said. So in the section which I showed you the weightage, the topic 2, I mean I've divided into 3 parts, right? From the topic 2, that is sources of income, 5 heads. In that majority of questions came from. So we're not going to skip any particular topic. I'm going to tell you each and every topic in detail. So it is set off. This question is from set off. Okay. Set off and carry forward. Okay. And it is question based upon the deductions, based upon certain deduction and everything. This question is based upon. So if you observe, there are four questions: 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you observe, there are four questions: 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are from income tax. And section 6, that's question 6. If you see, it is a basic question from indirect tax. What are the features? If you listen my introduction here, you can answer this question very, very easily. Then after, you are going to have 5. I mean, what is in GST regime? What are the different concepts that we are having? Whether this particular tax comes under which tax, whether it comes under new regime or not. Those type of provisions you are going to learn here. It is question related to value of supply. So this particular question related to it is question related to value of supply. And there is some in GST something known as QRMT scheme. It is newly introduced. Newly introduced. I mean, it is introduced in last previous year. That they ask question immediately. It is amendment for the June December attempts. And there is some question relating to custom. So that's all. You're going to have total 7 questions. Out of 7 questions, 4 questions is from direct tax, and 3 questions are from indirect tax. And you're going to have 15 MCQs. Okay, and I hope I told you regarding everything. If you have any particular questions, you can post me in chat section, and I will discuss. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to discuss the topics. Okay. So this is the material that we are going to study. Okay. So in live class, you can discuss everything. And if you have any particular doubts regarding any question, that you can post in chat box, and I'm going to discuss anything. Now I'm ending the class. Still, you can post the questions in the live stream and everything if you have any doubts. Thank you everyone for attending the class. And if you have any doubts, you can don't hesitate to contact us. And thank you everyone. Have a great day.